Hello and welcome again to another Excel at Excel. I am Lloyd and I am here once more with Patrick.
Hey Lloyd,
Hey Patrick, how you doing this morning?
great. How you doing?
Awesome. I'm doing well. Well, this week you've got something a little short for us. So would you mind telling us what we're going to be doing today?
Yeah, we're going to take a look at graphs. Um, yeah, we're going to do some very simple things with graphs. Just kind of introduce them, and maybe next week we'll dig in a little bit more. Some more ways to adjust them, to fine tune your graphs. But I'll tell you what. Let me just go ahead and share my screen, and we'll just get started.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Let's see. Here we go. There we go. Can you see me?
I can see you.
Okay, so we're just going to have some fun with graphs and our charts and graphs today. And I like to always start out with my why. And really, it's a very simple, as you can see here, it's a one reason why. Uh, we're going to use graphics to paint a visual picture of your data. Now, that may not sound like much until you take a look at something like this. And I just created some sales data. This is just numbers out of my head. I created 5 regions: North, South, East, West, and Texas. Of course, Texas is its own region. But I created this sales data. And just imagine, if you will, you're in this boring sales meeting. The room is dark and there's PowerPoint presentations, slides after slides after slides. After a few minutes, this kind of data that you see here, it's going to mean nothing to you. And honestly, it means nothing to fresh eyes. So that's why we use graphics. We want to actually paint the picture, paint the picture of that this data tells us here. So let me just show you some examples of graphs we might use. For example, there we go. Sales by region. Okay, that's what I call this graph. And maybe we want to show each region and a trend for each region, right? So you can kind of see what's going on. And down here at the bottom, you have your legend. This is a type of graph that you could use. Or maybe you wanted to use a bar graph. So you can see in January, here's how the regions did in January. And, et cetera. I don't know why I didn't put February in there. That's kind of strange, but that's okay. Maybe we didn't have any sales in February.
Everything was
But
closed for some reason.
right. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Art mimics reality, right?
Uh-huh.
This is another one. It's a stacked kind of a graph, so you can see. This represents all the sales from all the regions, and then you can see what portion of that belongs to each region. And this is kind of a same thing, just using bars. And maybe here, if you wanted to see who had what portion of May, you might use a pie chart. So there's all kinds of different graphs you can use. So what I want to do today is just kind of show you how we do that.
Okay.
How do we get to this graph right here? I'm just going to delete it right now because it is so incredibly simple to do. First of all, you see we're on the insert tab, and you have all these. I don't know if you've ever played with them. I'm sure, Lloyd, you have, but maybe a lot of people haven't. But we're going to really concentrate in this area right here where it has the charts. Now, to make a chart, all you have to do is just select what you would like to chart, like that. Just highlight the cells you want to chart, and you can come over here and let's say you want to do you want to do this kind of a chart. Now they're going to come out small, and I'm going to show you how to. Oops. You know what? Guess what just happened?
Oh no.
So you'll see a little glitch here in the video. We had another issue with Teams, we think.
And their
Yes, we're
own
sorting through all the
products.
errors.
Yeah.
Do you have Bill Gates' number? Maybe we can call him directly, right?
Yeah, for real.
Well, I'm not going to go through the whole thing again, but I do want to just go ahead and delete this and just show you how easy it is, assuming it will delete.
Okay, I'm seeing it moving around. I see the content. Yeah, it looks like we're okay there.
There we go. Okay. I don't know why it's not deleting, but anyway. So to create a chart, uh, all you have to do is just highlight the data that you want to chart.
Mm-hmm.
And you come over to, here to insert. And we're going to be working with just these buttons right here. And putting that same type of chart in there. Let's say you want a line chart. Okay. All you have to do is come over here and select which chart you want. You can see kind of underneath there what it's going to look like. But let's just choose that one right there. Okay. And of course, you're going to want to make it bigger. All you have to do is click on the chart. You see how you have the circles, and it's real easy just to make it bigger like that. You want to make this bigger, and you can do that as well. Just stretch it out. Very simple. You want to change the title. Just click on it, and let's see here, sales by region. And let's say you maybe you want to make that bold. Well, okay, there you go. Maybe you want to make it a little larger. It's very, very easy to manipulate these graphs.
Yeah.
Very simple. Okay. I'll just go through and show you a few of these. Let's say instead of this type, maybe, and actually, let's change. Oh, let's see here. Let's put, okay, I tell you what, let's put a little table underneath it.
Okay.
So let's do that. And maybe we want to see like the data underneath these bars. All you have to do, I don't know if you saw what I did there, but just hit that plus,
Mm-hmm.
and it brings up these different, I was behind your camera there, so I couldn't see. But it brings up these different things you can, different elements of the chart that you can include. Very neat. Some of them probably wouldn't be terribly useful. So, I mean, you can play with it, though. Put a trend line of the north. Okay, well, that doesn't really help you a whole lot, right?
Right.
It's just something you play with. Well, I say play with it. You, when you're trying to tell a story, you know the story you want to tell, and you select the right kind of graph. Same thing with these, and a pie chart. And again, let me delete that one. Whoops. Delete the whole thing there. And let me just show you what happened with that. So let's go back to insert here again. And all we did on that was, I think I chose May. We're going to do, I want to highlight this row. And I'm going to hold my control down and highlight this row. Okay, I just want to see the chart for May, right? So I just highlighted these so I can have my labels. And then this is the data I want to analyze. And then let's come over here to the pie charts. And you can see, I like these little 3D pies myself. And it was that simple.
Oh, okay.
I
So
just created that chart for one line.
yeah.
Very, very simple. Perhaps you want something in 3D like this. Again, very, very simple. Just highlight your data. Come over here to, oops, let's see. Actually, you know what? We're gonna skip ahead. I forgot we're going to talk about this button right here.
Oh, okay.
This makes things a whole lot easier. I forgot I was showing you the hard way to do it. Now I'm going to show you the easy way to do these. So you click on this recommended charts. Well, first we've highlighted this data, right?
Right.
You just click on recommended charts. Now check this out. Instead of going through all these buttons and formatting them all, well, okay, let's take a look. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. That's not what I was looking for. That's not it. That's not it. Well, none of these really. Well, these are recommended charts, by the way. Well, let's just take a look at all of them, right? Do I want a pie chart? Okay, yeah, that's kind of plain. Do I want this kind of a pie chart, or do I want
Oh, that
that
one's easy.
type? So you have all these different charts that you can use. Oh, let's see here. Now I'm trying to think of what we could use to tell you what. Let me So I'm going to recreate that chart right there. But anyway, once you've decided which chart you want to use, it's really just as simple as clicking on it and um, selecting your chart and then selecting which one you want. Let's see here. You can also, if you decide, for instance, like you've selected this chart and you like a little different style, maybe you'd like that style. Or maybe you're putting this in a PowerPoint presentation in a dark room. Maybe you want this style.
Yeah.
Okay, it's very simple. You just click on this paintbrush and come on over here and it's select. Okay. If you want to change, maybe I don't want to actually see Texas in the mix, because Texas is always beating the other regions. Let's take Texas out of that, right? Okay, well, you can do that. Put it back in. Very simple. You can reorder these if you want to. I mean, so there's a lot of different things you can do to manipulate these graphs and charts. And again, remember, you're just clicking on that. And actually, when you double click it, it gives you this same menu up here, so you can change your chart. Anyway, just very, very, very simple to do charts and manipulate them. And the thing about this is, when you start doing these charts, people are already going to recognize you as an Excel wizard. When you start doing these charts, I mean, it takes it up to another level. When you start putting these in a presentation, people really automatically start really respecting your talents with Excel and presentations. And not to mention that you can just copy this or copy this graph and stick it into a PowerPoint slide. I mean, you're looking like
Yeah.
a pro.
Yeah, that stuff all copies over really easy, and I know it's almost like an image, right? Because you can change the size and everything just like you do with a simple click and drag,
Yeah.
so it's real easy. But yeah,
Yep.
it seems like graphs are always a big thing because I don't know about you, but a lot of people are visual learners.
Sure.
They
Oh,
want to
that's
see
right.
the information. So
One other thing I want to show you too. Let's say you don't like how that's stacked. If you right click on this, whoops, see where it says 3D rotation, and there are
hmm
other types. You can change the chart type if you want to, and a lot of other things you can do here, but like 3D rotation, well, I'm going to move you a little bit. You can control, let me move this a little more. You can control how this is oriented. Let's say you want to, let's just rotate it a little bit. And it's going to make a liar out of me because I don't think I can do this on Zoom. But you can see where it says X rotation and Y rotation. You
hmm
can actually move this horizontally or vertically. It's like if you want to take a more bird's eye view, let's say, maybe you'd want to rotate it vertically. If you want to take a look at it the other way, you can rotate it horizontally. But this control, I don't think I can do this on Zoom for some reason, but this control allows you to do that.
Okay, yeah, and those are your axes. It's almost like a camera pan or something like that for those.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, 3D rotations will, and that's going to work on your 3D graphs only in most cases, right? So like it.
Yeah. The others really would not. Yeah, I don't guess you could even do it on a 2D graph, could you? I probably wouldn't. I've never tried, but I don't think you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one other quick thing too. Let's say you don't want the graph in the same page as your worksheet or same worksheet as your data.
hmm
Well, check this out. All right, let's. There we go. Let's create a new sheet here, and let's say, oh, let's do an insert here, and oops, I haven't selected my data yet. So let's select that data, and is it going? Oh, you know what? I forgot. It doesn't allow you to do this from this menu. So anyway, cut that part out.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna have to do another lesson on how to put it. There's a way to put it in here. It's a little more convoluted, so we'll do that in a future lesson. Sorry about
Okay.
that.
Yeah, no problem.
But anyway, that's what I've got today. I just wanted to show you how very, very simple this
It
is,
is
charts and graphs.
super easy stuff. Just make sure you have your data, and you've sorted yours out in a nice way. So usually, if you're tracking that data, think about how you want that to be displayed. and
Right.
then create those columns accordingly. Because yeah, yours was already super good. You already had your regions, so like you said, it was you're the person who knows how you want it to look. So create the data accordingly, and then from there, the chart will come pretty easily.
Right. And remember, like we always say, just play with it. Get in there and play with this stuff. You see how simple it is. You can do this today.
Oh yeah,
Even a novice can do this today.
yeah. They look like like you said, they just look super good. You know,
Right.
people will start going, oh wow, you can do it. It's like, yeah, and it's the touch of a button. It's great
And,
stuff.
and you know, I say you look super good, and maybe to some people that doesn't matter a whole lot. But think about this: the more value you can bring to your employer, theoretically, the more money you're going to make. Right?
Yeah,
I mean, if you have this skill, this is a very marketable skill.
exactly. Stuff
So,
is it's good to have. Well, thank
yep.
you so much, Patrick. We appreciate it. Um, this has been another real quick Excel at Excel when we were talking about graphs today. So go out there and try it, and take that away with you and use it out there in the real world too. But thank you so much for showing us,
My pleasure.
and we'll see you guys again next time. Have a good one.
I know.